Hello everybody, and I hope you all are having an amazing day. Today, we're going to dive into Yuri's first take performance of Dina. So, let's not waste more time, guys. Let's dive straight in. Here we go. Oh, you're looking dapper there, bully boy. So much swag. I love it. From the, like...
靴下を脱ぎっぱなしにする癖もなくしたものすぐ私に聞く癖も当たり前にどうせ感じていないのでしょう悪いとこは確か全部埋めておいたの
So far, right off the bat, I love the spread on this production, we'll say. The spreading of the fact that we have the guitar very strongly in the, should be the left, even though maybe it's me pointing my right side, I don't know. But in real life, it's here in the left side, and then you could hear like how the drum sets kind of like spread out like towards the back, and then his voice being the front force of the entire like performance, because obviously that's what we want to focus on. But it's kind of cool like how we have it spread out almost like he's doing like a performance on a live stage, but he's actually just standing right in front of us singing basically. Really love that right off the bat too. Let's see, let me go back one here. Let's do that, yeah.
悪いとこは確か全部埋めておいたの君がどこかの誰かと幸せに暮らしてるとして私と暮らした遺伝子のおかげなんですね君と暮らした DNA 胸が痛くなる
That's actually different. I don't think they usually do like a front-facing view like this, like when they're like right coming in on him from like a, I guess a front angle, I guess we'll say, instead of the side angle. I think it's a new camera angle that they're starting to use at first take. That's cool, because see, normally it's like this, where we have the side angle. And then they're flipping to the front angle, though. That's cool. I don't think they've done that before. I like that a lot. Feels a bit more personal.
胸が痛くなる季節ね幸せは今日も半分こ復元できない君を探して尻尾隠した DNA 本当は君が知ってるね寂しさもきっと半分こ復元できない私を思い出して
This is a cool line here. I just picked up on this. I think this is what he's. And also, I realized that this song is called DNA, like D-I-N-A, but he's actually talking about like DNA, like the DNA we have in our bodies. So it's interesting that he puts the I in there. So I'm almost wondering if that's a double like meaning there, where like the person it sounds like he's singing about, maybe that like her name is DNA, like, or I guess it'd be more like maybe her name's Dina. But then he's referring to and talking about DNA, so like he's using that idea of like D, like DI, which I'm assuming is kind of similar to Korean, where DI is the E, or the I is an E sound in Japanese. So it's kind of like DNA still, but then but he's hiding that like lowercase I in there, like it's almost like almost a name for somebody too. But also, what I was going to say about this lyric is it says we probably split sadness in half too. Well, the idea of split being the fact that like DNA is split into two different like I don't really understand. I don't know. My science is gonna be so rough because I haven't been in school forever. But like DNA is like I think comes up with two different like particles or two different chromosomes, I believe, or something like that. Or I don't know how to explain it. But it's like DNA is like two different parts, going side to side. So like you split in half and you don't really have the full DNA now. So here he's saying like we probably split sadness in half. So he's saying in this way, part of me, one side of the DNA is in this relationship was sad, and then you'd have the other part of the sadness and your side of the DNA, if you will. I think that's what he's kind of going for, which is really cool, kind of like taking that true meaning of like the DNA in our body and saying how it's split in half, but referring to sadness, like the way he fell from this. I guess we're kind of talking about heartache. It sounds like. So yeah, cool like that. Really really cool. Also saying that you cannot restore, like we can't restore the happiness that we had before. Like you would want to, like if you don't restore DNA, it won't be able to function like it's supposed to. This way, in this context, he's saying we can't really restore that happiness because you went off on your own, I went off on my own, and we both have equal. We both have half the sadness. So sort of bring the happiness together. It's almost like two odds coming together make a positive, I guess is what it technically would be. So like the two sadnesses will come together and make happiness. Well, we can't do that because they've separated. So I think it's kind of what he's saying with the restore comment here, or I guess the lyric. Oh, I love his vocals. But I'm sure you're a good boy by now. Oh, maybe we're not talking about a relationship. Could this be something about like losing a son maybe instead? I don't know. Maybe it's not technically like a literal translation. I don't know. Interesting. Huh. I love how he does that. I love that little flip there is just enough to like really add a little bit of some emphasis to that performance that he's doing here. It's just a little flip up into the highs that really kind of like adds. It's almost like what I call ear candy, where just if somebody is saying like straight through the same cadence, the same tone the whole way through, you'd probably be like, okay, come on, get on with it. This is kind of boring now. But he adds in that little bit of just a little bit, just to add a little bit that extra little taster, little flavor to that performance. And it's so good. See, that time he mentioned the happiness. So he's searching. He says, "I search for you, who I cannot restore." So he's saying that the only way he's going to be able to restore that happiness is if he finds this person, because like he said, the sadness. I have partial sadness. You have the other partial sadness. The way that it works with any emotion is, well, if you have part of the happiness, I have part of the happiness. But same in this way, he's saying, well, you took the happiness that you were providing to me, so I can't find that happiness unless you come back. Is what it sounds like, which is really, really cool, because it's again kind of going back to that DNA reference. I love that. It is an incredibly well written song on his part. I'm assuming he wrote it, but whoever did, if it was him or not, I don't care. Whoever wrote it, this is phenomenal lyric work. Amazing. His deliverance is amazing. I like that a lot, actually. I like this idea of saying the DNA called memory is still inside me. So now we're basically taking another different meaning now of DNA, and we're putting it towards it now being like a memory. So in this case, it's like they're saying he's kind of saying, from my interpretation, of course, is her part of the part of her, we'll say, is I think what I'm taking from this is, still a part, is still inside of him, because when he's referring to DNA here as a memory, that part of his DNA is still with him in memory form, and memories like that are all still inside of you. So it's one of those things where, as much as she has split off her part of the DNA, we'll say, that there's part of her DNA that still has kind of stuck around, though, in the form of memories. So even though that, it's like, okay, how do I want to say this? It's like the portion of her that stuck around is in the form of memories, but that doesn't mean that he's still happy, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I was trying to explain that, and now I'm like, I feel like I've lost myself. But I think it makes sense, hopefully. Hopefully I think you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I think, I don't know. Hopefully that made sense. I don't know. I'm so bad explaining this stuff in the moment. Okay, let's just keep going.
君と暮らした DNA 胸が痛くなる季節ね幸せは今日も半分こ復元できない君を探して
That was cool. For a quick moment, we got the guitar in both sides. That was sick. Wait, listen to this.
胸が痛くなる季節ね幸せは今日も半分こ復元できない君を探して尻尾隠した DNA 本当は君が知ってるね
Now we got a little bit of electric guitar in there.
寂しくなって邪魔けだよね復元できない私を思い出して幸せは今日も半分こ寂しさもきっと半分こ新しい私になりたいよ生まれ変わるなら DNA
What a powerful line at the end there. That's how you deliver a performance right there, my friend. Hell to the yeah. What a performance right there. Oh my goodness. I tell ya. I've only dove into one other performance of him on First Take, but the thing with him is I'm going to assume off the bat that he's writing his own lyrics. But, so we'll just go off that. But I will say, with him writing his own lyrics, I think that allows him to deliver such a powerful performance like this on the First Take, because he really gets to kind of take what he wrote from his own memory, his own head, I guess we'll say, and put it onto paper and then deliver it like that. It's kind of hard, I feel like, when you cover another person's song, it's almost it's kind of not necessarily difficult, but you can't. It's sometimes harder to embody exactly how that original person wrote the song, and when they perform it, they know exactly how to perform that song to tell that story, we'll say, to the way they want it to be heard. So in the conditions like this, where he's able to write these songs and bring them to life on us in the form of a First Take, we really feel and see that deliverance and how we really are supposed to hear the story that he's come up with here, talking about DNA, how they've taking that idea of DNA that makes up our bodies, and saying almost okay, she took one half and whatnot, which was part of my happiness, and then I have the other half. But unfortunately for her, she took the sadness that my other part, that portion of my DNA needs. And at the end here, he says, I'm just hoping that one day I can become reborn with my own new DNA, basically saying I hope I can just recover from this and form my own DNA and recover that happiness myself rather than having to rely on this person to give it to me. So, and like I said, the double entendre here, kind of, if you want to call it that, I was saying like DNA, and then the title of the song being D-I-N-A, like almost like Dina, like somebody's name, is really, really dope too. I mean, that's what I love about singers. I love singers that give like double meanings behind their songs. When it hits in the lyrics, when it hits in maybe even the song title, or if there's a music video, if they kind of hit on that in the music video, I love those double meanings. It really takes their songs honestly to a different level for me. But honestly, once again, he nailed out the park with his performance. Honestly, I'm gonna have to keep diving into this stuff because I really love him. I love him to death. He's amazing. He's got the vocals. He's got the songwriting skills. He's got the charisma. He seems like he's a well endowed man that knows how to just deliver on performance. Honestly. But with that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel by clicking down below, and if you want to check out the other reactions I've done to Yuri in the First Take, go ahead and click over here, and I'll go ahead and post his most recent, or I guess I should say my most recent reaction to his First Take over here. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching again. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Alright guys, bye!